Presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Welcome you in live here to Elliott High School for your PAFL 2A championship game between your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids and the Cleveland Cobras. Ken Straub here, your voice of the Rapids, as always, here for the championship game. Your undefeated Cuyahoga Falls Rapids come in to take on, unarguably, the other best team in the PAFL 2A division, the Cleveland Cobras. Proud to be joined in here on the broadcast with you guys for what will be your last Ohio-based game for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. The last game of the PAFL, the 2A, and what could potentially be the last games for both of these franchises. Both of these teams come in well prepared. Both of these teams come in, to be honest, with a very much dislike of each other. But the time for all the talking is over, because right now, 60 minutes of football are going to decide the 2A championship. We've had bad weather rolling in and out of the area all day. So kickoff time was originally set for 6, moved up to 7, back down to 6:20, and does look like we've got about 9 minutes on the clock. So it looks like about 6:30 or so is when we are going to officially get kicked off. Pan the camera down.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the kickoff between the Cleveland Cobras and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids.
So, captains have done their thing. Referees have had a conversation. Nothing left to do now but play some football. As I said, I'm proud to be in on the broadcast, which will potentially be the last broadcast for your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. I'll give love throughout all the broadcasts to all my players, my media team, because today is a celebration no matter what. So, Rapids are going to receive the kickoff. As I said, as we're going to get started here. As we said, it was to get kicked off for the championship game here. Rapids, all black uniforms, gold trim. Cobras in their white. with black helmets. Want to give a shout out to both the Western Reserve crew that's on the other side of me doing the game for the Cobras and my man Mel from the 216 Sports Network as well. But we're locked in here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page for one more. And as we said, Rapids fans, at the beginning of the year, championship was the goal. And here we are. Should be an amazing game. As we said, a lot of love, but a lot of bad blood as well. But all gets decided here today. As we are underway here. And that ball is going to back out for a touchback. We'll have that adjusted. Rapids is going to take over at the 20-yard line. And that's where Danae Dixon will lead this offense. The question for the Rapids today is how this offense can respond. This offense has had, and definitely in the last game, really started to turn it up lately. We know what the defense brings. We know it brings hard hits. We know it brings turnovers, multiple a game. But the offense going to be the first one to answer those questions. So Rapids break the huddle. Danae Dixon, Mari Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty, and a wide receiver. Monte Taylor in the backfield again with Danae Dixon. First play from scrimmage, they're going to hand it off to Monte. Monte's going to cut it up the middle, and he's going to break some tackles and push that ahead for a first down. Great job by Monte Taylor. One of the, every man on this roster is the reason we're here, but Monte Taylor, a big reason on the offensive end, who I call, without a doubt, the most electric running back on this level. So a first down there. Rapids moving the ball here in their first possession of the game. Danae looking. He's looking for Darwin Filey. He's throwing it deep. It's going to fall incomplete. So you see right there, Rapids going to take shots down the field. Both teams, as would be expected for a championship game, but traveling heavy. Complete rosters. Big shout out to this Rapids offensive line looking to really make their presence felt early on as well. Mari Mitchell going to come down in motion. Going to leave Sean Smith Jr. isolated up top. Going to hand it off to Monte Taylor. Oh, and he tripped up. Monte had a chance to spin out of there, but he did. He tripped up. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Oh, I'm sorry, 3rd and about 15. And something to watch there for the Rapids. Monte Taylor finding some area, finding some space there, but was tripped over. So 3rd and long here. I know this offense wants to be aggressive, try to move the ball, see what kind of shot Coach Chris Ballantyne takes here. He's going to play action. Danae's going to look. He's going to look. He's going to come this way towards Darwin Filey. It's going to fall incomplete. And that's going to force a punt. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come in to punt this one away. As it's getting windy. It's the dark cloud starting to roll in. We knew weather would be a factor at this game. Cobras have a man at about the 15-yard line, dropping back to his 20. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to get that punt away. It's going to lay up in the air and then take a good bounce for the Rapids. And that ball's going to land at about the 22-yard line. So Rapids get their first offensive possession at the 20. Cobras will get their first offensive possession at the 20, or about the 20. And we'll see what this Rapids defense can come out and do here in this championship game. And we've got some we've got some nasty clouds rolling in. A little bit of lightning way off in the back. But we'll see. As I said, Jermaine trying to get this game in around this weather regardless, as it's starting to get a little windy. You can see it on the punt there. So, Cobras come out, their first offensive possession. 2 wide receivers to each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield. Quarterback dropping back. He's going to try to throw a quick one over the middle, and he's got him. And he's going to take that to the house. And the first offensive play for the Cleveland Cobras. They go over the top. Find their man. And they get on the board first. So, Cobras are now coming to attack the extra point. We're going to have a flag, and it looks like we're going to have a false start on the Cobras. Back them up a couple. So questions asked already of this Rapids defense. Cobras with a quick strike there. We've seen it happen before. As we have a battle of not just 2 great teams, but a battle of 2 outstanding kickers, and Ben Lyons and Bobby Rhodes Jr. of the Rapids. Ben going to come in and tap this extra point a little further back now. Ball is down, kick is up, and good. So, 12:50 in the first quarter. Cobras strike first in this championship game, 7-0. We'll be back. All right, Cobra's going to get set to kick off here. As we said, the Cobras quick to strike. 1 play from scrimmage. Over top for a touchdown. Give them 7-0 lead here in this 2A championship game. As we see the kicker trying to get that ball onto the tee. Not easy here under these conditions. Wind starting to pick up, storm moving in. All right, and we're underway now again. It's going to get taken. He's going to return out to the 10. He's out to the 20. He's going to try to cut it around. That's going to get tackled there at about 25 or so yard line. I'm sorry, 35-yard line or so. And that's where this Rapids offense will get another opportunity. Danae Dixon leading the troops back out. Looks like Zier Graham going to check in for running at the running back position. So first down here for the Rapids. Ball at the 35-yard line. As I said, Zier Graham in the backfield. Maury Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr. Danae just going to keep that himself and try to push that up the middle. He's only going to get about a yard or so. Not sure if that was a missed handoff or a blown play, or if Danae just tried to keep it himself, but a pickup of a yard or two. The lefty going to check back into the game. So second down here for the Rapids. Going to hand that off to Zier. Zier's going to try to push it up the middle. The offensive line give him a little bit push there for a gain of only about a yard or two. Brendan McCann going to check in for the Rapids now. An important third down here early on for the Rapids. Down 7-0 to the Cobras. A lot of game left, but want to try to return a championship blow in this championship fight. Danae Dixon going to drop back, looking. He's going to throw it out to Lefty. Lefty's going to make a catch, try to make a move. Hang on to that football. He's not going to get anywhere. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. And we're going to have a very late flag thrown in. There was a lot of pushing and shoving. There was a potential late hit. We're going to have a personal foul on the Cobras. Yeah, that's going to move. It's going to move the chains and give the Rapids a first down. And in a game like this, between the weather and everything else, you're going to take every opportunity that you can have. You're going to take every freebie that you can get. So, flip the field a bit there. Rapids are going to get a first down at the 45-yard line. 10:37 and counting here in the first quarter. Cobras up 7-0. Big play, first strike. On their first offensive possession of the game, Rapids went 3 and out, looking to move the ball here. McCann in the backfield. Danae going to drop back the pass. Looking, he's going to throw it off to McCann. McCann's going to push it up the field. McCann's going to break through some tackles, push it up for another first down, get that ball past the 35-yard line. And as you see, a lot of coming together. It's going to be imperative on both teams to keep their heads. Cobras lost theirs for a second, picking up an early personal foul penalty, giving the Rapids a free first down. Those are the things that both teams have to try to limit. There's emotions in this game. There's no need to sugarcoat it. Neither of these teams like each other. I don't like the Cobras. I'm not going to lie to you. But none of that matters. These are the men who get to decide how that war of words ends. Going to hand it off to Monte Taylor here. Monte Taylor up the middle. Monte Taylor going to push that out to the 20-yard line. Rapids into the red zone.
First down, Rapids.
And I want to give a shout out to Monte's mom. I knew she would be here. I can hear her from up in the booth. Our #1 fan, whether it be in the stream or here in person. So Rapids going to break the huddle. Ball at the 22-yard line, just on the doorstep of the red zone. Lefty May, Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., Maury Mitchell. Darwin Filey going to come across in motion. Going to hand that off to Monte. Monte's going to push it up the middle again. Monte's going to break a tackle. Monte's going to push it out to about the 5-yard line. Monte Taylor. Enough said.
First down, Rapids.
Or as the kids say, period. So Rapids break. The huddle now, 1st and goal. Lefty, Maury Mitchell down here on this side. Left to your wall. Sean Smith Jr. isolated up top. Monte Taylor in the backfield. Monte going to get it again. Cut around to the outside. Take it all the way to the other side and get in for a touchdown. And just like that, the Rapids immediately respond with a touchdown of their own, led on the ground by Monte Taylor. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come on to attempt the extra point to tie this championship game up at 7 apiece. 7:52 here left in the first quarter. Rapids on the board. Okay. Bobby Rhodes Jr. in to attempt the extra point. Dylan Exton on the hold. Dylan, it's a high snap. Dylan's just going to keep it himself and run it in. And Dylan's going to push it in for the 2-point conversion. We're waiting on a call. Oh, and it was close. I did call it in. It was close. Almost. A great job there, though, by Dylan Exton to jump in there and just try to make something out of a bad snap there. Nonetheless, Rapids on the board. Rapids 6, Cobras 7. We'll be back for the kickoff. Bobby Rose Jr. Going to kick away here. Ooh, this is going to bounce. Cobras got to pick that up. They do. And he's going to get tackled immediately just on the other side of that 30-yard line. A good job by the Rapids return team trying to get down to that ball. And now we'll see, just because I know how this team works and I know how this coaching staff works, we'll see what adjustments Coach Putty has made. They tested this Rapids defense early on. They obviously are going to continue to try to test this offense. So, Cobras, second possession of the game. As I said, 7:47 here in the first quarter. Cobra 7, Rapids 6 here in the PAFL 2A championship game. The final 2A championship game. A little bit of lightning off in the distance. They're going to run that ball up the middle. He's going to break through the first 2 tackles before he finally gets brought down after a gain about 1 or 2. Good job of the Rapids defense rallying to the football there. Good job by the running back to break through that first bit of contact. I'm going to bring up second down. As I said, a little bit of lightning off in the distance. We're going to do everything possible to try to get this game in. However, I have been told, so we'll make it very well known, a weather stoppage of this game will be the end of it. And if they decide to try to give it a delay for a little while, but a bad weather stoppage will call the game. winner at that point, winner of the 2A championship. Quarterback dropping back, looking. He's scrambling to the outside. He's going to just throw it off. It's going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up third down now. And this is where this Rapids defense has to rally. This is where this Rapids defense has been great all year long. Creating these third and long situations, getting themselves off the field, giving the offense a chance. Cobras taking a long time to get this play in. Big third down here. Every one of them. A big third down so far. Rapids bringing guys up to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring the running back out into motion. Quarterback going to get pressured. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's looking. He's taking off, and he's going to pick up the first down. Do a good job to get out of bounds there. Move the ball just to the other side of about the 45-yard line. And that's something that the Rapids coaching staff, the Rapids defense, very aware of. Slap Thompson, more of your drop back throwing quarterback. When they change over to this one, more of a scrambler. Gonna throw the ball, but is also gonna get out of the pocket and take off at the sign of danger. And this defensive line for the Rapids, with all of their rotating bodies, LaMarcus, Dustin Dye, Josh Davis, all of them, you're under pressure. You're in danger. So a first down. Correct myself, ball at the 42-yard line. Going to hand it off to the running back. Bounced off his own lineman, but wasn't able to continue. Good job to rally the football by this Rapids defense. Going to back that up for a second and long. Big Bama Ray going to check in for this defense. Zier coming off to take a break. Zier going both sides of the football as always. 2nd and 11 here for the Cobras. We're going to have a flag and a false start.
Flag on the play.
So I can hear the rain kind of starting to come in. A little bit of thunder. So, Cobras got a big second down here. 5:35 and counting in the first quarter. Rapids 6, Cobras 7. Rapids with a drive led on the ground through Monte Taylor, who ran it into the end zone. Cobras with a big strike over top on their first play to get their touchdown. Quarterback going to drop back. Looking deep. Got him, man. And he's got him. And it's going to be caught. Going to be down at about the 20, 25-yard line. And once again, the big play from the Cobras coming over top in the air. And another test for this Rapids defense. We'll see what they got here. 4:20 and counting here in the first quarter. We're going to have another false start. Going to back the Cobras up. Rapids gonna have to try to take advantage of this. Oh, because we've got some lightning off in the distance and some heavy rain moving in. Okay, so we're going to have a lightning delay. We're going to send the teams to the locker room. We'll step away here on the broadcast. And as I gather more information, I will relay that to you. So, we're paused here. 5:17 in the first quarter. Cobra 7, Rapid 6. 4:17. I'm sorry, 4:17 in the first quarter. Cobra 7, Rapid 6. We'll be back. Presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney. Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Straub Bros Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Toa
and
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoopy's Sweets and Treats.
Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you. What's up, Rapids fans? It's Ken Straub, your voice of the Rapids, and I get to put my voice on a goodbye. I want to say thank you, and we want to say thank you to everyone who has been a part of this organization in any way. And it starts with you fans. You haven't just helped us spread the wave, but you rode the wave with us. An incredible 2-year journey that isn't just about football. And that was the whole goal from the get-go. We wanted to build something that was bigger than football. Something that impacted the community and helped springboard players into better opportunities and help make them better men. And we achieved that. To our players who have sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears, hours, and not just of their own time, but time away from family, we appreciate you. We're grateful. And we are blessed to be able to call you our Rapids players. And while we won't play as many games under the Rapids umbrella that we thought we might, this season and this journey as a whole has been something that will last, and it's been something that will be cherished. It's we versus me forever. A thank you to our coaches for passing on their knowledge of football and being there for their players. To my media team, we're the best in the business. We set the bar at this level, and now everyone from this point forward will chase what we built. To my leadership staff, whether it was at games or behind the scenes to make games happen, we couldn't thank you enough. To Connor, your hard work and dedication to this team never went unnoticed and is always appreciated. And to Daniel and Anna, who brought their vision to life, we thank you for giving us Rapids football. I'm Ken Straub, your voice of the Rapids. Love yours. Rapids out. Presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy's Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Straub Bros Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Stella.
and
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and treats.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell. Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney. So we are still currently in the weather delay. However, we will be back here fairly shortly. 4:17 still left in the first quarter. Both teams on both the respective sidelines starting to warm up, so we should have a game here soon. We'll be back in a minute. Presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And welcome back. Live here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Sorry for the delay. We're back after some lightning, a little bit of thunder, a lot of rain, but the 2A championship game is back. Cobras take over with a first down here, 4:17 in the first quarter. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. He's going to look deep, and it's going to fall out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete on the play. Second down.
Slide our camera down. Make sure we pick up all corners of that end zone. So, second down now. Quarterback going to hand that off the middle, and he's going to go nowhere. Big Dustin Dye, one of the first to the football there, joined by Josh Davis. And now it does say second down, but they've already ran 2 plays, so not sure how that one works, but Rapids defense after the break looking to find some answers here. Quarterback dropping back, scanning, threw it over the middle of the field. That's going to fall incomplete.
Incomplete pass on the play. Third down.
All right. So 3:18 now here left in the first quarter. Cobras 7, Rapids 6. Cobras with a big play over top of the defense to set up this field position. As of right now, not able to capitalize. We'll see if this Rapids defense can get themselves off the field. They jumped, but they tried to jump back.
Sides of the defense.
Going to push the Cobras up 5 yards. Make this first down a little bit more achievable. Cobras going to come out 1 wide receiver to the left of the football, top of your screen. 3 wide receivers down to the bottom. Running back in the backfield with the quarterback. He's going to drop back. He's going to step up in the pocket and take off. Bounced off of a guy, turned the corner, and got out for a first down there. He's going to get out of bounds with 3:05 in the first quarter. After the long delay, I can say skies a lot nicer than they were before. So Cobra's now first and goal here. Quarterback looking. He's pressured by Josh Davis. He scoots away from that. Gets tripped up. Dives out. Trying to pick up as many yards as he can. Good job by that defensive line of the Rapids to contain there. Clock down to 3 minutes here in the first quarter here at Ellett High School. here in Akron, Ohio, home of your championship game for not just the 2A, but the 3A championship next week. Your two final championships for the PAFL. Second down and 9. Cobras trying to take advantage of the big play before the storm. Quarterback dropping back, looking, going to throw it out to the hash marks. Wide receiver caught it. Great job by this Rapids defense to rally to the football. Picked up a couple of yards there, but not able to spin away.
Third down and 4.
It's going to set up third and about 4 yards here. A chance for this Rapids defense to at least force the Cobras to attempt a field goal. The drop back is looking. He's pressured. Gets away from that pressure. Goes all the way out. He's going to throw it back towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Fourth down.
Great job by Anthony Spooney to stay with the coverage there. Cobra is going to bring the field goal unit on and a win for this Rapids defense. After the big play before we had the delay, Rapids defense come out, do give up a first down, but hold them to the field goal attempt. As I said before the break, two of the most talented kickers in either of the 2A or 3A featured in this game. Ball is down, kick is up, and good. So, with 1 minute left in the first quarter, Cobras tackle on 3, 10-6. We'll take a break here. We'll be back in a second on the Strawboro Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page. Your home of Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. So, Cobra's going to kick this away. Both Rapids returners at about the 10-yard line. And he's going to just squib it up in the air. And a great job. Want to give credit. Either Ray or it looks like Dylan Mayfield was in on there too. Cobras come out, try to take advantage with a little onside kick. Good job by the special teams to be heads up, jump on that football. And what it does mean is good field position to start for this offense. Check the spot of that football. Ball is going to be at the 45-yard line of the Cobras. Little sideline warning for the Rapids. So, Rapids break the huddle, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side of the football. Looks like Braden McCann's going to be the back. Next to quarterback Danae Dixon. Darwin finally going to come in motion. Going to hand that off to McCann. McCann's going to run it up the middle. Going to push it out for a gain of about 1 or 2. Oh, we got a little bit of extras. A little bit of extras. Flag coming up. Probably going to go both ways. Big dust and dye in on it. That does look like that might be former Rapids player Darshawn Williams in on that with him. I don't want to say for sure. Either way, as we talked about earlier, a lot of back and forth between these two teams. They were supposed to play a game earlier in the season. Unfortunately, due to another team folding, that game had to be switched around by our commissioner. But we got it in the best place possible, and that would be a championship game. Referee kind of having a conversation with both teams in the middle after that penalty, letting them know, cut the bullshit. Plain and simple. Play football. Sorry, mama. So offsetting penalties, which rightfully so. Both guys had hands on each other, and we're not going to let go. Clock now about 30 seconds away from ending this first quarter. An enjoyable one, minus the weather delay. Sean Smith Jr. going to come over in motion, catch a quick out, pick up a gain of a couple yards there. And more extras. And it's been very well documented. If you're anywhere tapped in on this level of football, there's been lots of conversations back and forth, lots of trash talking. Is the horn is going to bring the end of the first quarter here. Rapids are going to have a third down as we go into the second quarter. Cobras 10, Rapids 6. We'll be back for the second quarter of this championship game. So we're back in here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page for your PAFL 2A championship game. Start of the second quarter, 10-6. Cobras up over the Rapids. Rapids with a third down. Danae Dixon dropping back, looking that way. Got Sean Smith Jr. over for a first down.
Complete for a first down, Rapids.
Great job there. Offensive line giving Danae a clean pocket, giving him time. And he finds his wide receiver for a first down. Rapids going to have the ball at the Cobras' 40-yard line to begin this second quarter. Monte Taylor going to check back in for the Rapids. And he's going to get the ball, but he's going to get hit in the backfield, drop for a loss there. Cobras knew that play was coming. Good job by them to rally to the football. I can hear from up here. Dustin Dye getting the offensive line together, letting them know. Got to protect. All you need to do is give Monte Taylor just a split second, but he still needs that to be able to make something happen. So Rapids come out now. Murray Mitchell, Darwin Filey, Monte Taylor. He's going to keep that. Denane did. He's going to throw it out to Reggie Rogers in the flat, and Reggie's going to pick up a big first down.
Pass is completed for a first down, Rapids.
So a big first down there for the Rapids. Denane dropping back again, and he's looking. The DB, he dropped a potential interception there. Denane threw that one a little long. So we adjust a little bit more, make sure we get to that corner there. And we're going to have a Cobras player down after that play. So we're going to take a step away here on the broadcast. We'll be back in a second. Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney. So after a quick discussion, we're going to have another delay in this game. There was some thunder, so we're going to be under another weather delay. We will be back as soon as possible. presenting the championship roster for your 2026 Cuyahoga Falls Rapids.